Alrighty. Hello. So we are going to be making a cute little backpack today. I'm following a YouTube tutorial. Make something like that. I just need to write down the measurements of the pieces I need to cut out. Bear with me a second. Go faster video. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. This is the main fabric I want to use. Okay. 29 by 29 centimeters. Looks like main by 2. Contrast by 2. That looks like interfacing. Trying to use YouTube tutorials are just insane. Interface both of those. We're not going to do interfacing because I'm using a canvas. Contrast 16 by 16 times 2 of those. That also wants interfacing. We don't need the interfacing. 6 by 20 cm in main. That's supposed to be lining, not contrast. Uh, 40. Okay, this is the elastic. 2.5 cm elastic. I need 40 cm times 2. Or wait, that's webbing. Webbing. 15 cm by 1 and 8 cm by 2. Bear with me a minute, guys, while I finish figuring out this part of things. And then we'll get actually started. Hardware, blah, blah, blah. So 2 pieces of lining for the inside. Okay, does that make sense? Maining. Wish it would just give me a piece list. Okay. So 2 of our main color, 2 of our lining. That will be the main part of the bag, main part of the bag, if that makes sense. 16 by 16 and 2 of those in the contrast. Those are the pockets on the side. So these pieces by 4 of them. So this is the body. That's pocket. This is straps. More to be cut that it doesn't tell you to cut. Oh, those aren't pockets, that's the flap. Good job, okay. Let's cut out these pieces and see where we end up. So we're gonna move up here. Let's see if I can't pop that up. Okay. I forgot these were. This is a leftover fabric from a pair of curtains I made. Have inches. Let's get an internet browser for myself here. Close that. That maybe. 29 cm, 2 inches. Measuring tape, measuring tape. I think I'd have one. There it is. $29. Really? Bigger than I expected. The other rule. Okay. Start. Edge a little. Garbage bin. There it is. Two pieces. Where's my all intent? That one. Present. Save. Off this curtains. Hem that when I was making. That's one piece. Here. Just that. I think I am just going to self-line. I'm just better at cutting straight. Okay, so that's the mane and the lining. Yeah, I don't think I need. I'm using that are 16 by 16. Let's translate. Roughly 6 1/4. Cut. Just use your flip mat. Over blade cutter. Cut into your ruler. All right. So that those are flap. So 6 by 20, which if I translate, so 2 and a bit by, let's do 2.5 by 8. Turn to this. Now I know there's more ink, but it told me to cut them. You can actually just. Okay. But I do want interfacing on these ones. It's actually a little. Half. See. And I do want to four of those. Okay. I don't know. So let's switch. We're gonna grab that just superpowers. For now. Oh, there's my longer roller. Imagine that. You have my little friend hanging out with us? Iron is oh. Yeah. That's not, didn't do what I wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I want to pin this. There we go. That's what I meant to do earlier. Uh, we need music louder today. Right. That is all the pieces ironed to start with. Where are we going next? Let's see. Are making the shape on the pocket pieces. I have something accessible and round. Shape will do. And pencil. There you go. Now what do I do? Oh, the Velcro. Let's see what I have hardware bits. I remember having a magnetic. I can look at these
Yeah.
batteries. Remember where I put them. There's the other ones. So plastic.
Oh,
For the most part. You have this. That for color. That. Have Velcro if I want to use Velcro. I have Velcro if I want to use Velcro. Which bin hardware? Add some hardware. Here's some hardware stuff. Let's put scissors in. Mine's a little odds and ends. Things that I forgot I had. Do we see a closure? No, but I could use snaps. If I do use snaps, use your best. I don't know why I really thought they had a magnetic closure. Use snaps, or I could even use a button, I guess. If you want to sew a buttonhole.
Oh.
Just for giggles. I think I have anything to do before. This is all other stuff, I think.
You just left.
An actual magnet. Wire. Award ribbons. Sewing machine feet. No. Up there. That one I know is all thread. Thread. So the only other one could possibly be in is bucket mess. Which I really need to start cleaning up my bucket mess.
Yeah. Oh, two.
Okay, no, I don't. The answer is no. That is the answer. I have somewhere Bag of buttons. These ones are really cute. Jerks. Duckies. What kind of okay. Let's do a button. Bag back in for Doom. See the day again. Yes. We'll probably. All right. Stuff together. So I need to sew a button. Where does it? It says Velcro. Where's my pencil? I'm probably. Guess on the buttonhole. That's that. Get some. So we are going to go on a very short BRB while I reposition the world. So studio mode, BRB, fade. All right, there we go. We have rearranged back over to the main table. Sewing our pocket. You need to grab some thread. Thing I didn't do. Green. Green feels like the safe bet. And switch thread on the sewing machine. Still likely gonna have to stand up and do some ironing, but the big chunk of it is done. So we're just gonna leave it to me running away to iron. This bobbin's not gonna last long. Mostly empty. But go. Let's see if I can switch where my camera is. Yeah, I can. Have room. To the sewing machine. There we go. That's better. Whew. There. Okay. Some clips. It's fine. All right. Let's trim this corner I never trimmed to start with. Also have to cut the corners.
Thank you.
Alright, let's just fluff that away. Excuse me, bud. And turn right side out. I should iron this flat. Quickly do that. While I'm doing that, ads are about to pop. Very much for your patience during ads. Okay. Where'd that button go? So Where did my pencil go?
Good judgment.
Hello, Supreme. How are you? Thank you for the happy anniversary. Feels a little false because it's the anniversary basically when I got affiliate, but I got affiliate back in the pandemic, so it feels a little false. But whatever, I am going with it because it's too hard to change it to like the current time when I restarted. Buttonhole. We are doing a buttonhole. Let's do 37. Buttonhole is like one of the more stressful things to do because I hit the button and then I stop pressing buttons. Hi, Blue Eyed Cat. Thank you very much. That's true. I could celebrate twice. But I do like that it's in April because like 5 million things are in April. Yeah! I figured I would test the new feature. Trying not to babysit the buttonhole as it does its thing. It stresses me right out. Like, theoretically, I shouldn't have to touch it. It should just do its thing. I decided since we're traveling up... Good! I'm glad you popped in. But yeah, we're traveling up to visit family in, for Easter. And so I want to make my guy a little tiny backpack so that he can kind of collect whatever toys he wants to bring and choose to bring those with him. So the fabric I'm using is this really cute little moon fabric that matches the curtain I made for him in his bedroom. His bedroom is all like space themed. So I have, I don't know, almost a meter left over. I gotta start using it for something. And because it's a nice heavyweight canvas, I don't really need to interface it or anything like that. It should be fine without it.
No.
Alright, buttonhole done.
Okay.
How did it turn out? Not bad at all. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. Not bad. And only slightly uneven.
Yeah.
Seam ripper.
Oh, okay.
Rip out middle of the pocket. buttonhole. Not cut what I'm not supposed to cut. Only the buttonhole. There we go.
So,
Ah. Yeah, that's a good fit. Like when things work. Not anymore. Go away. Normal foot back on. So the other day I decided to start crocheting again and made this ridiculous little dude. He is eventually going to have hair and tail decoration. I'm going to be using thread that like I cut off of my cross stitch projects, all like the little thread ends that are long enough, and I'm going to sew them in for his hair and tail. I want to have a cute name for him. I have no idea what to name him. So if anyone has any suggestions, I'm up for suggestions and might do a poll later. Because he's basically just going to be my little stream mascot that I use cross-stitching and whatever. Okay, what do I have to do next? Top stitched around the thing. Main fabric. What do you want me to do? Do a 5 centimeter. Oh, we're doing boxed bottoms. Okay. Can do. Boxed bottoms. Bob. I mean, thingamabob, thingy dude, Bob. Yeah, Bob does work. Don't mind Bob. Okay, this cord needs to go away. I'm getting tangled in things. I have a smaller ruler, but you know. There's a. How big? What is that in inches? 2. Okay. Let's get some clips going. Also, just lining it with the same fabric just feels easier to do it that way. Alright, so that is cut out for boxed bottoms on that one. The scraps in my cup bit. Okay, I need the bottoms to line. That's enough. see whether I get this done tonight or not. It might continue into tomorrow's stream. No, the pattern calls them wapple mops. That's what they're called. They're just the actual pattern itself has it has a bunch of options. It has two options for a face. It has either the little kind of mouse closed face, or it has like a big trumpet face. I kind of wanted to do the trumpet face, but I was running out of yarn, so I decided not to. But the pattern comes with two different legs, two different arms, closed nose or trumpet nose, two different eyelids, and like four different ears. When my son saw it, he instantly thought mouse.
God. Nice. Never take that.
Alright. Cut these out.
No, he's gonna die. 10 seconds or like 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's really cute. He's with the options I chose, he's a little more normal looking. The one with the like trumpet face and stuff like that gets pretty wild looking. It's a really cute pattern. I'm definitely gonna be making more. This was kind of my first test back to crocheting after years of not crocheting. Do I sew the sides first or do I do the boxed corners first? Yeah, interfacing. I'm not gonna interface these. Not happening. Oh, just sew the entire perimeter. Gotcha. Oh no, she's basting it to the interfacing, so she's not ironing. Yeah, make the tops match. What are you doing there? Oh, she's sewing on the Velcro. That's fine. I'll sew on the button after.
Okay.
Now she's switching to the straps. We're not finishing the body yet. Okay. Gotta do the straps. So put the bodies that we just got away. Oh, I guess we'd sew the straps onto the body. Okay, so we have straps. What are you doing 6 centimeters up? Or we're giving them a slight angle. I am gonna totally freehand that. That feels more fun. Okay, just forgot to pause the video and just been doing stuff that I haven't been paying attention to. Okay, so that's that part. Where do we go? Okay. So we trimmed them all. Okay, so we need the two pieces that are the 40 centimeter long ones. I didn't cut these yet. And I think I am gonna still fold them in half. Do I care about flipping them inside out and deal with that mess? Uh, 40 cents. Really long. For how big these bags are, that's really long. Ooh, tourtière. Sounds fancy. And given that I live and have spent a lot of time around the Acadian area that really likes tourtière, that's even funnier. I think I'm just gonna super quickly sew these in half. Not even gonna bother flipping it. Accept it as is. This webbing is too wide. Just gonna make it work. Because I don't want to. You Googled words associated with Canadian culture. I mean, if I was gonna go with like super appropriate to my location, donair. Yeah, I don't want to do hoser. That sometimes has too many negative connotations and whatever. Donair. Portier or donair? Do you want to be Torty or Donnie? Let's grab the other one. You could call them pencil crayon if you really want to get your. Oh, that's right. Well, don't call pencil crayons pencil crayons. That's one of those Canadianism things that I forget exists. Like, that's one that, yeah, I definitely would forget about all the time. I'm about to run out of bobbin thread, I think. Do they now get so upset? Oh. That'll be a fun day when someone ever redeems my channel point to make me color. Because Because I always forget that one is not. That's one that I know is a thing. It's not one of the common ones, so I forget about it. We stopped sewing. We ran out of bobbin thread. Reload the bobbin. Stop stripping me of my culture. And color is spelled with a U, thank you very much. Okay, can we just maybe cooperate? No, we cannot. Simulation! Funny, apparently I assimilate too well, because when I first moved, well, what's the time frame on this? Like, I grew up in Ontario, for the most part, anyway. And then I moved to the Maritimes about 5 years later. I had to do a couple trips back and forth between the Maritimes and Toronto. And I was in a store with a bunch of girls training. And one of the Toronto staff told me that I had the thickest Maritime accent out of the group of us. And the other, like, 4 people who were with me were all, like, born, raised, had barely left the Maritimes. And I'm like, I have only been in the Maritimes for less than 5 years. I think it's really funny. Done. Where were we when Red ran it? What about there? Hello, Create with Candace. How are you? Welcome in.
Yeah.
That's just to prevent a weird pucker. We're gonna sew down the other side of these straps too. Makes it even. Go. You. So Candace, today we are sewing a little tiny backpack for my little dude so that he can carry toys with us when we go on overnight trips. He can pick his own toys into his backpack. But we are also trying to come up with a name for this little dude here. Collecting ideas, and we'll probably do a poll probably on tomorrow night's stream. If you have any suggestions of what you think his name could be. Show them off here in a second once I'm done sewing these things. I love sewing, but my biggest struggle I find is that it's so hard. Like, I don't have the space and setup to be able to really stream it well. Like, one day I'd love to be able to have, like, multiple cameras set up. Who is it? Oh, I'm gonna forget her name. Mama something something. But, like, she has voice activated cameras that let you switch around. This brings in something big. My eldest kids all learned French and English simultaneously. My third only learned English because she was with an English babysitter. People used to say her French accent was. Yeah, it's cute. Oldest. I kind of got there. Yeah. I have a few bones to pick with, like, learning French and stuff like that, but that's a whole thing. It stems from having grown up in um, bilingual cities and living in bilingual cities and having some problems there. Alright, we got some straps. Yeah, so create with Candace. This is our little friend that we're trying to come up with a name for. He is eventually going to have some crazy hair, some fur on his tail, but that is going to be a long-term project using ends from cross-stitch projects. So he's going to be my little streaming buddy who will just slowly gain more and more hair as time goes on. Meet at the park regularly. See, for me, it was more. I only switched into French immersion halfway through grade 6. And then I did French immersion for grade 7 and 8. And then going into high school, they told me that the only way I would get my bilingual certificate is if I got enough hours. And to get enough hours, I would have to switch to a French school, do French summer school, French night school. So I was like, well, why am I taking half my classes in French and losing grades on it? Because I'm learning the language. So I switched out of the French immersion program for high school. And then, having lived in Ottawa and also Moncton, which is claims to be like one of the big bilingual cities, um, if you are English only, you are a second class citizen. Like, they test people's French level, but they don't test people's English level. So a lot of government employees aren't actually fluently English, especially in the Moncton area. So that's my personal pet peeve of, if you're going to test people for a language, test both. Yeah, I think it's fine if you go to a French school right from the beginning, but when you switch in later in life, that's a lot harder. So it's the case where now, like, I still mostly understand French. I just have lost a lot of my vocabulary and comfort level with it. But I've often had conversations with people where they speak to me in French and I speak back to them in English. And as long as we're both slow and polite, we get through it. Alright, am I doing this right? put those together, put that in there along the bottom. And we're going to sew along here, down here, across, up, flip. Well, that's, I mean, at least they're testing. Yeah, like I said, it's mostly me being jaded now on things, but it's not going to stop me from making sure that like my son learns French and all that kind of stuff. Just my personal gripes.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, like school's strange for me now because I grew up, like I said, I grew up most of my schooling in Ottawa. And in Ottawa, we had the French school board, the English school board, and the Catholic school board, and then private schools on top of that. Where here they have a French school board, which is really small, and the English school board, which is the normal one where everyone goes here pretty much. Yeah, Mama is a fan. Thank you. It's like, yeah, I am so jealous of her setup. To just be able to say, like, switch to this cam, switch to that. So jealous. I had the space and the ability to set that up. I decidedly would. Knew it was Mama something, I just couldn't remember. Okay, how am I turning this inside out? Slowly is, I think, the answer. I don't think it's going to be nice and do it easily. And turning things inside out is my least favorite thing to do. It's always tricky. But there we go. Let's just poke out to the corners. Just the pointer end. Cute little shoulder straps. No problem, Supreme. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a while. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Supreme. Alright, trim off the excess, trim the corners. It's the garbage bin. And start working on turning inside out. Go.
Oh yeah, I never.
Alright, I should probably iron that. So be right back from the iron machine. So those are ironed. Alright. I need some water. Alright, just watching the video quickly to see what our next step is. I'm assuming top stitching. And I think there's also stitch down the middle. Ba-ba-da-ba. So they're doing 2 strips up the middle? No, just 1 strip. Okay, just 1 strip up the middle. I think yeah, we'll just do. Let's switch to number 1 stitch, middle. Right about there. And go. It's the first one with the strip down the middle. Okay, that's done. What are we doing now? So I need the other strips of that thing, of this webbing. I needed one that is 15 centimeters long. That I think is the handle. So 15. I should have. I think I will for this one. Sew these in half first and then cut it in half. They're tiny. Oh, like that sounds really weird. It's English. Not expecting it to be English. Alright, so that's these two. We need to cut this longer one in half. Thread, so that's not my garbage bin. And this margarine container is my garbage bin. Okay, let's review where we're at. Don't need the measurements. Okay. So, oh. This one is even on the top. This one was it's not even. Yeah, this is it's not even, so let's just trim it to even. Ah. I'm gonna watch the video for a second. We're gonna base them all on. The corners. I just want to review what's left to do. Doing the top. Up the bag. Close the lining. Seams slipped in. So the drawstring kit. Okay, so I do need to get those as well. Which word did I find these things? No, it wasn't this drawer. Go back up there. Don't think I. Buckles. They're overkill, but they'll work. What I have, more importantly, yeah, I think we'll just do these. Yeah, that'll work. So I don't have anything small. No, don't have anything small. What are those? Sit on the straps. Need to rewind back to where I was. Give me a clip. Not perfect, but will do the trick. This is how you do, and you just make and do with what you got. Okay. Let's get these all stitched on. I want to do a small stitch to be very sturdy. Bring these into the wrong cup. Touch. Enough to be started. Alright, we can move this out of the way. My life easier. Rescue the clips I chucked into the scrap bin. I always do that.
Oh,
All of them? Yep, it's all of them.
that's right. Weird thing, like weird.
I want to small stitch, make it really strong. Can I do it again? No, okay. Alright. Open these pins up. All these pins off. Now, tuck all up near the top. So, the bottom closed. Thank you, Miko. How are you? Oh, what? All right. That's that. So, done all of that. I think it's time to do the boxed formers. Oh, I forgot to leave 2 centimeters open. Up the top again. Forgot that I need to. Thank you very much, Pocket Roddy. How are you? Welcome in. I screwed up. Must undo. Alright. That's here. So today we are making a little tiny backpack for my toddler so that he can pick what toys are coming with us for Easter vacation. Alright, that should fix that problem. I made the same mistake on the other side. I'm gonna unpick a little bit here. We are also trying to come up with a name for my little friend here that I crocheted. He will eventually have some hair and some tail fluff that is going to be made from cut off pieces from my cross stitch projects. So it's going to be all kinds of mismatch of color, crazy hair. So he's going to be hanging out with me in streams until it's all eventually done up. But I'm looking for some name suggestions for him, and I'm probably going to do a poll during tomorrow's stream of some of the suggested options. So if you have any suggestions for a silly name for him, please let me know. scissors. I need to trim some of these strings.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fixed. Doing that. Box warmers. Oh, right. That is a complicated question, sir. I first learned to sew when I was like 8 or 9, maybe. Then didn't really do a ton through most of my teen years. Really started picking it back up again in probably the last I'd say the last 8, 9 years. Pretty much done various different types of fiber arts and crafts my whole life. So I've got to lean in the same direction. It's just been varying differences based on where my mood and point in life is. Right now, I really enjoy that sewing is quick because my crafting time can be semi-limited. So I can get a finished project in much less time than a lot of the other fiber crafts. Okay. So that's that. Ready threads. Need to sew the lining, which is a quicker version of the same thing. Do I do the drawstring for the lining? Oh. Oh, geez, it is getting late. My plant light just turned off. I don't, okay. I do need to leave an opening on one side. Probably going to just very quickly sew this lining and probably look at raiding out. I didn't realize it's almost 10. And tomorrow we will finish assembling this guy. Don't forget to do an opening to go inside out. Forget to do that. Alright. So we're going to stop there for the night. We have the main bag mostly done. And we have the lining half done. But tomorrow will be affiliate anniversary part 2. We will name our friend and finish off the bag probably. Let's see who is around for us to raid into. Thank you very much for coming in, Pocket Roddy. I've been having a lot of fun seeing some of your stickers and stuff on Moco Loco, and I've been meaning to come visit you. There's just too many people I want to visit all the time. Who am I kidding? I know who I'm gonna raid. Why am I even questioning it? Where's my manager? Here we are. Let's go raid. My friend Cubby Cub. Thank you very much for hanging out with what do you mean I'm unable to raid Cub? Excuse me. You turned off raids? Or did I just break it somehow? Okay, apparently I'm unable to raid Cub. Weird. Fine then. Take that. Can I raid? Okay, we'll raid Giggy, since I can't raid Cub for some reason. We'll go see Giggy. Giggy is also good friends and lives not far from me. Yeah, I also think it's really surreal having my stuff up on Moco, because wow. Anyway, thank you very much. I will see you guys all again, hopefully tomorrow. Ending now.